Alright, hi everybody.
Hey.
So David and I today, and by David and I, David's gonna play and I'm gonna sit here and watch.
Yes, we're switching roles this time.
Yeah. He's gonna play Bloodstained Curse of the Moon because I played it, I loved it. I think you'd really like it because you like older Castlevanias. And this game is made by Iga, who made like most of the old Castlevanias. Like, I know he's well known for Symphony of the Night, like that's his big title, but I think he worked on a lot of others. I think like back to, and I don't know this for certain, but from what I read, he worked on previous titles, like maybe even 4 or 3. But Symphony of the Night was like his big thing, and he set the stage for what is a Castlevania game.
Yeah.
Because when people think of Castlevania games, they think of typically Castlevania 3, Symphony of the Night, Rondo of Blood, which is the prequel to Symphony of the Night, or like the Game Boy Advance games. So Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, a little bit less because that one was starting to venture away. Still a great game, I love it. But this is his essentially spiritual successor to Castlevania, because as we know, Konami's not really doing anything with anything right now.
Yeah.
So
Such sadness.
this game was actually funded by Kickstarter. It's been in development for 4 years because they kept pushing it back because it kept making new stretch goals. And so this was actually one of the stretch goals, was a prequel 8-bit game in the vein of Castlevania 3. Because Bloodstained Ritual of the Night comes out in a couple weeks, which I want us to play. That's the big one that they kickstarted.
Yeah, I remember you showing me the video for that one.
Yeah.
So
So I'm excited for this. You can go ahead and jump in. There are 2 modes. So I was playing on normal mode, casual style, because I don't remember. One of them allows for you to essentially have unlimited lives. Because I don't remember if there is. I think there's a level save feature, but it's the idea that I don't remember exactly what having the lives did, but that's how I played it. I was able to beat it in an hour and a half because of that. So normal mode is what you want. Nightmare mode is what unlocks after the game. It's essentially the epilogue where you go through the game again, but you're minus the main character.
interesting.
So you only play with the 3 support characters. But there's even a story reason for it. So Veteran is looking for a challenge. Casual is easygoing. Lives are unlimited, and taking damage will not knock you back. So there's no knockback. It's up to you which one you want to play. There's no penalty to play it, as it says at the bottom, for playing it all the way through on casual. Being that this isn't a game we're super serious about until Ritual of the Night, it's up to you. I don't know. I don't know how good you are at these types of games.
I'm torn. Because my natural instinct is to go this way. But
You can always change it while playing. I did, I think.
Alright. But
So if you want to play Veteran and then it's a bit pain in the ass for recording, you can switch now.
we're also recording, so I don't want to just keep going through like the same stage over and over if I suck horribly.
Alright. So, here's the slow scrolling text.
Yeah.
There was once a man who had been given the moon's curse by demons. That man was Zangetsu, who they announced will be played by David Hayter, Solid Snake, in the other game.
Snake!
Wrapped in crimson guard, with eyes lit like fire, he relentlessly pursued the demons who cursed him. As he journeyed from one pit of darkness to another, he would stop at nothing until he struck down every last demon in his path. One night, he sensed the looming presence of a great demon. Waiting for the scroll, he swore to eradicate all demons, no matter how much of a threat they posed. Bathed in moonlight, he cried out as he drew his sword, which consumed the darkness from within its wretched steel. On that night, either the demons or the moon itself would feel the wrath of his blade. So Zangetsu is a samurai from the east who has a cursed blade, And the more he uses the Cursed Blade, the more likely it is he himself will become corrupted by the darkness within. So that's who we're playing as. He's not the main character of Ritual of the Night, which I thought he was at first until the trailer came out, and then I realized it's the second character you find, Miriam, who is. So we'll talk about that. We can talk about that when we get there. Because the plot in this is very much done through text exposition, and not even in the game text exposition. Like, I had to find out the story really through a wiki, so I can tell you the story there. So you've got your main sword attack. You also have a sub-weapon, which you see is in the corner. You just went from 5 to 2, because I think it's a whip.
Yeah.
And just like in Castlevania, destroying candles gets you hearts, and it's Castlevania, man.
Yeah.
Well, magic is your sub-weapon.
Did you go through with the analog or just the regular?
I think I did analog. Analog on side-scrollers is a bit easier.
Yeah.
One cool thing in this game is there are multiple branching pathways, which depending on the characters you have, you can shortcut or go other ways. So there's a ton of interesting level design. Yeah, this game was really good. Oh, there's the cat.
We have a visitor.
We have a cat visitor. Ow. Oliver's just a big fan of slaying demons. Let's just...
That's true. Or the moon itself.
Or bugs. I sent you guys a text the other day. Oliver, if he sees a bug, will hunt it until the end of the earth. Because he's a cat. And he's not a lazy cat.
Yeah, he's not my cat who will just kind of look at it and decide, nah.
Yeah. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching a Let's Play or a stream, I don't remember. I was watching somebody play video games, as I do. And I just see him run across the room and jump at the window. And I was like, what the hell? And then I see a fly go around the room, and Oliver's wide-eyed, staring it down. 10 seconds later, the fly comes back to the window. Oliver pounced on it, smacked it down, and ate it. I was like, Jesus. So that's a new sub-weapon you just picked up.
That train really keeps throwing me off.
Does it?
I just see like something up the corner of my eye start, and I'm like getting ready to hit, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just the train.
Yeah. So yeah, Oliver is very much I'm going to eat everything. Even the bugs.
My cat used to be like that. She still has her moments, but for the most part, it's like, I don't feel like doing this.
Yeah, Oliver does it. So like here, I think you have two paths you can take.
Yeah, can go upstairs or go to the door.
One cool thing I like about this is you'll see this when you get later, the other people you get don't share the same health bar. So they all have different health bars and you can swap them on the fly. Yeah. Because this isn't, they call it Igavania, because it's Iga's Castlevania, essentially aesthetic. What was the first Castlevania game you played?
Hold on. I think I already know all this.
Oh yeah, it's all the sub-weapon stuff.
Lamb. Yeah. Nope. Go away. I think the very first one I played was actually just the original Castlevania on Game Boy Advance.
Oh, when they re-released like the NES classics on Game Boy? Yeah.
So it's definitely that, obviously Symphony of the Night, and one other that was on PlayStation.
Which one? There was a Castlevania Chronicles, which was on PlayStation.
Might have been that.
It might have been that, because I don't think there was an American release of another one on PlayStation that I remember. I will do the Googles while you play and try not to die to lamps.
I know.
Lamps are the ultimate enemy. I'm still waiting for the Castlevania amiibos to come out, because they have a Richter and a Simon Belmont that are coming out. Simon from Castlevania 1 and Richter from Rondo of Blood. Castlevania on PS1. Symphony of the Night seems to be the big one. So there was Rondo of Blood, but that was just Japan. We didn't get an American localization on PlayStation, I don't think. Castlevania Wikipedia. Oh. So Koji Igarashi is Iga's name. Which games did he make? I have this pulled up here so we can look and see. I wanted just a list, but I'm gonna have to actually go through his thing.
Of course.
So Rondo of Blood. Oh no, his wife worked on Rondo of Blood.
Interesting.
He then joined the team, and so I guess he started working on one for Sega, but that was canceled. And then Symphony of the Night was his big one, where he worked on scenario writing and programming. And then Castlevania Chronicles, which was a PS1 port of
Can that actually go through this
the
door?
original game. Oh, maybe you can't. Was it that one?
It might be. I don't honestly remember the cover. I just know there was...
It's Castlevania Chronicles was a PS1 port of essentially the original Castlevania. And then he was writer for Harmony of Dissonance. Okay. So he didn't work on Circle of the Moon? Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Warren Ellis's Castlevania, the one that's essentially on Netflix, that was in development since 2007.
Really?
Because it was originally going to be a straight-to-DVD movie, but it just kept getting changes. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that long of a...
Huh. So Iga didn't work on my favorite title, which was... Well, my favorite title that started me out on it, which was Circle of the Moon on Game Boy Advance. That's the very first Castlevania game I played.
Yeah, I remember you let me borrow that one.
Yeah. I still have it. I very much love that game. Because it's a nice transition from, like, the 8-bit Castlevania style to, like, the Iga style on handheld. Because every game up until Symphony of the Night, and this is why Iga's is like the version, it was all like this.
Yeah.
You know, you had the life bar, you had stages. It was not an open exploration like Metroid, which is why it's now like a Metroidvania style.
Yeah.
Like, Igarashi's version of the game in Symphony of the Night very much defined what is Castlevania. So you have pre-Symphony of the Night Castlevania, and then you have post-Symphony of the Night Castlevania, which gives you the big open map, it gives you exploration and all of that, you know?
He did not jump.
He did not jump. You fell straight through that hole.
That would suck.
You have one life left.
Just falling straight through... Because then you're just getting ran over by the train, and nobody wants that.
At least you die pretty quick.
True. At least you hope you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know that this was released as a prequel game, as a love letter to Castlevania 3, because I've gone back and beaten Castlevania 1. I've gotten about halfway through Castlevania 2. Never beaten Castlevania 3.
Yeah,
But
fell for that again.
I've played and beaten all the Game Boy Advance games, which I think you would enjoy. So, Circle of the Moon, Harmony Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow. I played the crap out of Aria of Sorrow. Because you can collect demon souls in it to give you, like, sub-weapon powers. So you get different souls that give you different abilities. Resistances, transformations, things like that. Yeah, I found every single soul. And some of those have, like, drop rates.
Okay.
So it's like a bomb you throw, like a grenade bomb.
I was like, I don't actually know what this thing does. I keep getting it.
Yeah, those are typically good to jump and throw from a distance. So like if you were to jump towards where the lamp is and throw it, it would destroy both of those.
Yeah. Oi. I could throw it at the ground.
Yeah, he didn't have enough height, because he does throw it at a downward angle.
Yeah. At least now I know.
Yeah. But Symphony of the Night, I remember playing, and I would love for us to do that sometime. Robin let me borrow that back in middle school. Middle school.
Well, this should go well.
That was the second game I played in the series. That went very well.
Yep.
That rock golem did not stand a chance.
I was like, all it takes is one hit and I'm dead. This is,
Yeah. Well, you're on your last life.
Yeah.
And you have not beaten the first level.
Yep.
So casual might be the way to go.
Yeah. I knew it probably would be with us recording. I was like, this is something I would do on my own time when it doesn't matter how many times I die to a certain stage.
Yeah. I know this is on Xbox One. I don't know if it's on PS4. We're playing the Switch version.
Take that, doggo.
Because any chance I get to buy a 2D scroller I'm gonna buy it on Switch.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect for the handheld mode if I ever use it. I never do, but if I do, you know.
The option's at least there.
Exactly. It won't drain the battery a lot. Stuff like that. It is on PS4.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you want to do this on your own time and get good scrub, you can.
Probably will. Especially with all the Castlevanias now coming along.
Yeah, and they're doing a physical release of... Oh no, Ritual of the Night was what I looked. This is Curse of the Moon. Ritual of the Night is going to be on all systems. Curse of the Moon. I think it is. It is. Yeah, Curse of the Moon is also there. Yeah, they're doing a digital and physical release of Ritual of the Night. So I'm getting that on Switch, but Curse of the Moon is digital only. They did
as such.
Yeah. They do have that limited games run website, you know? Have I told you about that before?
Yeah.
They'll take digital games and put them on physical media.
Ah.
They did do First Boss Fight. They did do a limited release of this on Switch and stuff. And I wanted to buy it, but I'm also broke. So I didn't. But who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to get Curse of the Moon physical.
I wanted to jump away.
At least you figured it out.
Yeah. He's very similar to a... Oh god, was not expecting that. Very similar to an old Sonic boss.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Don't forget you have your whip, so you can, hit him from probably down below. Yeah.
I just realized I had switched back to the whip and not the,
There you go.
throwing vortex of doom.
Fucking fire, man.
Yeah, I don't like fire. Good thing his aim's terrible with his hand, though.
Yeah, the bosses in this are really good.
Whip. Oh crap! I walked right into that. Damn it! Come on, I can't die now.
I know, you have 4 little ticks left. He's got to be getting close. There you go.
I stood my ground.
So I'm going to tell you to look out. Every boss has a final death, release.
I definitely almost jumped up into it.
Yeah. It'll get you. It'll kill you.
Oh, I imagine it would.
And you'd be so pissed.
Yep. Because I was right there. Yeah.
So here's Miriam. She's the main character of Ritual of the Night. Although they did just announce Dengetsu you'll be able to play through the game as him, as a DLC character. You want to do her, or should I do her?
Don't matter.
Okay. Hey, I'll do her, you do him.
Okay.
Thank you for saving me. It was the demon's power you used to seal the beast, or was it the demon's power you used to seal the beast?
You're a shardbinder. That power can summon forth demons at will. I cannot allow that.
Wait! It is true that I am a shardbinder. However, I have sworn to be ever righteous. It is in my command of this power. I refuse to be used for evil.
Yeah, not like trying to read old writing.
My brain's just...
Then show me the proof of that determination in battle.
Miriam has become an ally. So Miriam is the main character. So the Shardbinder technique, apparently there was this... So he's a demon hunter from the west, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or from the east, excuse me. And so so using the shoulder buttons you can switch between characters. They can each do different things. Yeah. So she can slide, and she can jump higher than he can. So she's good for helping traverse that stuff. She also uses a whip. She also has some of the most powerful sub-weapons as well.
Yeah, that range alone is already inviting.
Yeah, see, look, jump with her. See how much higher she jumps? And then down jump. Down jump allows you to slide. Yeah.
I was wondering when I saw like a part of the wall broke, but...
So, I guess in the canon of the game, so he's from the east, he's a demon hunter with a cursed sword. But I guess in the west, to combat demons, there was this organization that was using, very much like Caleb from Critical Role, they were using crystals and embedding them on experiments to use them to combat the demons.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first successful test, but she fell into a hibernation. And she awakens to help with this. But there are other Shardbinders who have fallen to evil, been corrupted, and are more powerful than she is. But yeah, that's essentially her backstory. We'll actually meet the villain of the next game in this one. So I'll introduce him when we get there. But this is a good place for us to stop, so we'll pick up here next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.